All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're digging into something that affects so many of us, a fatty liver. But here's the question. Are we actually fixing the problem, or are we just, slapping a Band-Aid on it? We're about to look at a totally different way of thinking that says we've been looking in all the wrong places.
So let's just jump right in with this really powerful analogy because it frames everything we're going to talk about. The idea is this. When it comes to fatty liver, we're all paying attention to the smoke detector, the loud, annoying alarm, but we're completely ignoring the fire that's actually burning down the house.
Okay, so first, let's get a handle on the problem itself. For the longest time, when you heard fatty liver, you'd immediately think of alcohol, right? But that's not the case anymore. There's this massive silent epidemic that's been creeping up on us, and it's called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease.
And this is a really big deal, because it's not just about your liver in isolation. No, it's tied into some of the biggest health challenges we face today, like type 2 diabetes and obesity. And the scary part is, the symptoms can be super vague. Maybe you're just feeling tired all the time, or you've got a bit of brain fog. It's easy to dismiss, but it could be a warning sign of something much, much bigger going on.
And that brings us to a super critical point, maybe the most important one. We're confusing the symptoms with the actual cause. And according to this perspective, that's exactly why we're having such a hard time finding a real lasting solution.
Okay, this slide lays it out perfectly. That whole smoke versus fire thing. So on the left, you've got the smoke detectors. These are the things we always hear about. Obesity, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure. They're often called risk factors. But look at the right side. That's what this source calls the fire, the real cause. And what is it? Excess sugar, refined starches, and those industrial seed oils.
So, you might be thinking, if the fire is so obvious, why doesn't everyone know about this? Well, the argument here is that the real culprits are being hidden behind some really vague and confusing language.
Yeah, you might go to the doctor and hear something like, "You're suffering from chronic overnutrition." I mean, it sounds super scientific, right? But what does that even mean? It makes you think you're getting too many vitamins or something, but no, that's not it at all. It's actually a pretty misleading term for something very, very specific.
And here's what it really means. When they say overnutrition, what they're actually talking about is way too much sugar, too many starches and refined carbs. We're talking breads, pasta, cereal, crackers, the usual suspects, waffles, pancakes, and especially those industrial sugars like high fructose corn syrup. That's the stuff that's really feeding the fire.
Okay, but wait a second. What about all the stuff we're always told to avoid? You know what I'm talking about. Well, the claim here is that a lot of that advice is actually based on some pretty flawed, even misleading science. So let's really break this down. Right, the classic villains, red meat, organ meats, eggs. We hear it all the time. Those things will give you a fatty liver. But what if the studies that told us that got it completely wrong? According to this source, there's a huge, huge flaw in how they got to that conclusion.
So here's how you can create a really misleading study. It's kind of simple, actually. First, you ask people what they ate over the last year. I mean, can you remember what you had for lunch 3 weeks ago? It's not reliable. But here's the kicker. They don't separate the variables. So if somebody eats a steak, but they also have it with a giant side of fries and a huge soda, the study just points the finger at the steak. It completely ignores the real fire, all that sugar and refined junk that went with it.
And just think about the timing of all this. The fatty liver epidemic absolutely exploded. But when? It happened after we were all told to cut back on saturated fat from things like meat and eggs. And at the exact same time, we started eating way, way more refined carbs and sugar. I mean, doesn't that make you wonder if we've been blaming the wrong guy this whole time? All right, enough about what's causing the problem. Let's get to the good stuff, the solution. We're going to count down the top 5 foods that can actually help your liver heal, according to this source. Let's do it.
Kicking things off at number 5, wild-caught fatty fish. We're talking salmon, for example. Why? Because it's loaded with omega-3 fatty acids. These things are like a fire extinguisher for inflammation, and they go right to work on the liver. Oh, and cod liver is another fantastic option here.
All right, coming in at number 4, we've got cruciferous vegetables. Think things like arugula, broccoli sprouts, and even sauerkraut. These guys contain a powerhouse compound called sulforaphane. What it does is it basically gives your liver's own cleaning crew a massive boost, helping it detox and clear out all the junk.
Number 3 might surprise you. It's eggs. Yeah, I know, they get a bad rap, but here's why they're on the list. The yolks are packed with something called choline. Choline is absolutely essential for helping to literally move fat out of your liver. And here's the other big thing. They have zero carbs, so they aren't adding any fuel to that fire we keep talking about.
And at number 2, another food that's often on the no list, grass-fed red meat. The argument here is that it's just so incredibly nutrient-dense. It's full of zinc, copper, CoQ10. These are the literal building blocks your liver needs to repair itself. Plus, it can help get your insulin and blood sugar back in balance, which is huge.
Okay, we've made it to the top spot, the #1 food. Now, all those other foods are fantastic, but this next one, this is considered the ultimate healer for your liver.
So what is it? What is the single best food you can eat to get fat out of your liver and really start the healing process? You ready for this? The answer is liver. Yep, grass-fed beef or lamb liver. It's kind of poetic, isn't it? The very organ we're trying to fix is the one that contains the perfect cocktail of nutrients to do the job.
And this chart really shows you why. I mean, look at that choline content. It's the highest you'll find in any food, and that's the stuff that gets the fat out. Then you've got zinc and selenium to fight inflammation, plus a whole range of other trace minerals. It's basically the perfect, tailor-made multivitamin for your liver.
So, it all comes back to that first question, that first analogy. Take a look at your own diet. Are you just trying to silence the smoke detectors, or are you actually trying to put out the fire? It's a really powerful way to rethink what's on your plate and what it's really doing for your health, deep down.